Speaking of grabs, let's do some game picks.
What's your best match or game pick?
What is my best match or game pick? I did mention this Tampa Bay line for tomorrow morning. It is plus 10 in some places as well. Baker Mayfield has been cleared. It looks like he's going to play, and so is Chris Godwin actually for the Bucks. So I really love the Bucks getting this large amount of points because they have been crummy. Like, I've brought this up on NFL Australia time and time again. I really wish you could pick when your bye was.
Yeah.
Because Tampa Bay had a really early bye and they were rolling, and then they have this bye and they're like,
stunk it up.
I didn't want to bye. And they've lost 2 on the trot since the bye. It's like, dude, what? They killed all their momentum. Since then, they've scored a total of 19 points.
Wow.
So not great, but I think this is the bounce back spot for them. Going up against the Bills team that allowed the Patriots to score 29 points. The Patriots hadn't scored 20 points all season. Well, over 20, I think it was.
Yeah.
And they dropped 29 on Buffalo. And Buffalo, big comeback late, but they just didn't have enough, right? So my vibe here is Tampa Bay have just enough offense to keep it close to Buffalo. Even in Buffalo, if you can get plus 10, the line is usually sitting around 8.5, but looking at the side right now, plus 10 with top sport.
10 is huge, yeah.
Just a lot. So I'll take that. I'll take the plus 8.5 as well. And if we're going to go over-unders, I'm just going to go the under because Tampa Bay, as I said, they've scored 19 total points in the last 2 weeks. And
trust them.
Buffalo beat the Giants 14-9 2 weeks ago. Have looked all out of sorts. Yeah, exactly. All out of sorts since they came back from London. Well, when they're even in London, when they lost that Jacksonville game. They lose last week. They've lost 2 of the last 3. Even at home, this should be the get-right game. They've won 14 of 16 at home. They should win, but I think it's just another gross, grinded out, ugly Bills game. I say that now, and of course it'll fly over and they'll score 38 points.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Like they beat Miami 48-20 earlier in the season. They smashed Washington 37-3. They have it in them, but until I see it on the actual field again, like I just don't trust their defense enough. So
yeah, fair enough.
I think it turns into a bit of an arm wrestle and it gets a bit gross. So you could probably go the under. I'd probably just steer clear of the over-under just because of the variability and just go with Tampa Bay with the plus number.
Nice.
And some NBA for tomorrow. Sixers Bucks. How do you feel about this one, Stats Guy?
I think, as I think you've mentioned earlier in the week, I think the Bucks, they might take a little bit of time to adjust to that new lineup, but I do think they're going to win.
You reckon they're going to win?
I think they're going to win, but I don't mind. Yeah, I think your pick. Yeah.
That's why I like the Sixers plus 6.
I don't mind the Sixers at the line because that is a big line. Bucks, going to take a bit of time, I think.
It does feel like we're already seeing clearly Knicks Celtics right now is coming down to the wire as per usual.
Well, yeah, sort of.
And this early game tomorrow, neither of these teams have played yet, so we haven't seen them. Yep. But I think the defense will be a little bit wonky, as I said, to start the season. 2 new coaches on either side. I'm going to go the over 225 points.
Yep.
Love that. That's
awesome,
low.
yeah. A lot of good scorers.
Because we've also seen, I think between the two teams, they either have a wildly defensive struggle or it's 130 to 133. Yeah. That's actually, 133 to 130.
Oh,
there you
geez.
go. It was that was March this year.
Yep.
Yeah.
Last matchup. Yeah.
And the Bucks won the last one, 117-104, it looks like. So, but the Sixers have won 2 of the last 3.
Right.
And I think it'll just take the Bucks a little bit of time defensively to settle in. I think the Sixers can stick with them. I think the Bucks might win this at home.
Yeah.
But I think the Sixers plus 6 and the over 225.
Yeah, I really like
And then Lakers Suns, I'm going to go the Lakers minus 6.
Oh.
I just feel like they are what we saw from the Lakers yesterday. We broke it down on NBA Australia. They have a lot of moving parts.
Yes.
But so do the Suns. The Suns got past the Warriors thanks to Devin Booker being awesome, and the Warriors just going, right. We're not that great. This stinks without Draymond.
They're not used to it, yeah.
The Suns this is probably one of the games where if Brad Beal's not playing, this really hurts them, especially with AD. Big bounce back game, I think, coming in for him. Lakers minus 6. I think you'll see Austin Reeves try to cover Devin Booker, maybe stymie him a little bit. I think at home, the Lakers get this one done. Lakers minus 6. I think the under hits in this one, 223.5 points.
That's pretty big, yeah.
I think the Suns, Warriors, we saw that yesterday, go under. Suns win it. I think they can at least keep the Lakers honest, but the Lakers win this one by about 8 or 9, I reckon, and just keep that under just because their defense kicks into gear a bit more than the Suns. But LeBron versus KD.
Huge, yeah.
AD
LeBron
versus Nurkic.
No, Nurk was
not
good.
as great, but
Hit some
still,
threes.
this is it. Nurk was awesome, yesterday?
Yeah.
Don't think he's going to be great tomorrow,
Nah,
though.
probably
So
not.
Lakers -6 and the under, I think I like in that one.
Awesome.
All right, what about you for your game picks?
Yeah, a bit of NBL. The other game tonight on the Thursday night, New Zealand Breakers taking on the Adelaide 36ers. Surprisingly, I'm going to lean towards Adelaide at the line here. I know they've been not that great at winning, but they have covered the line in 3 of the last 4 matches. So that includes against the Kings, who are obviously a good side. They beat the Wildcats.
That upset last
which
week.
no one would have predicted. So maybe
We certainly didn't.
Maybe they're slightly better than we thought at the start of the season. Still going to take a few games to realize where they're at, but I do think they can cover this line. I'm going to take an alternate line of +8.5. I think the line is 7.5, and on some sites it's 6.5. I reckon that's slightly too low, but I don't mind $1.80 for the +8.5. I just think that's a really big line. The Breakers are coming off that trip overseas as well to the US. So yeah, I'm going to take Adelaide there. And then having a look at the other sport in the soccer, Europa League, Olympiacos and West Ham, as I mentioned before. I think Bowen's going to get a goal.
Follow the herd, down the Greece. Love it.
We need a new button for that, I reckon. Just you singing.
Anytime we say
Anytime
anything
you
of
sing.
Greece. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, West Ham, they actually have the longest unbeaten streak by an English club in a European competition ever. So hopefully I broke that down. Okay, 17 unbeaten games in Europe, which is the most by an English club in history. So any English club that goes to a European competition that has never had this long of a streak.
So in a European competition.
Yep. So like Europa League or Champions League, just as
Can I just
examples.
point out that the UK is in Europe?
Yeah.
So.
But like this is called a European. You got the Europa League.
I getcha.
Anyway, they've been absolutely awesome is what I'm trying to say. They've won their last 6 Europa League games. They've been just tearing it up. Just think they have the depth to compete overseas here. You got Ward, Prowse and Paqueta who have come in the last few seasons. You got Antonio and Bowen who I mentioned have been scoring goals. Olympiacos, I think they're first in the Greek league, but this is just a massive step up to the Premier League. They've had a draw and a loss in their last 2 Europa League games, and West Ham just in great form. So $2.20, I think it's because it's away. A lot of these games when you play away, the odds are a bit closer, but I think West Ham should be much shorter than $2.20. So
Because they're going to follow the herd down to Greece. Love it.
imagine what you could be buying instead. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.